Joe Jonas, Sophie Turner are in the middle of a divorce that has been filed in Florida by Joe Jonas. Sophie Turner filed in New York regarding child custody. We saw in the New York case that Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas had agreed that they would not remove the children from New York while they were dealing with the case. Then we saw headlines all over the media that Joe Jonas had dismissed the divorce and that the divorce filing have been dismissed. Now, we're not unfamiliar with this in the role of celebrity divorces, that celebrities will file for divorce and then dismiss the divorce and then try to work it out and then refile, et cetera, et cetera. So I think when most people saw these headlines, I think most would assume Joe Jonas dismisses Sophie Turner divorce case. Joe Jonas has filed to dismiss his divorce case. Joe Jonas files for dismissal of divorce. Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner make final custody decision. Yahoo's close. Good job, Yahoo. Joe Jonas files for dismissal of divorce case. Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas are reportedly taking steps forward. She knows better. Sophie Turner seemingly unfollowed. That's not related. So these headlines would lead most to believe, I think, that Joe Jonas has decided to not continue to pursue the divorce. And that's not what's happening. They are still pursuing the divorce. So we're going to do what we do around here. There's times when they're like, Emily, but there's no court filings. I'm like, right, that's why I'm not filing it. This divorce is very much not dismissed. We're going to pull up the divorce case and take a look. Let's see what the parties filed with the court first. Yes, there is a notice of voluntary dismissal. So if you just read the title of the document on the docket and don't read the docket, I can understand why the media got it wrong. But like everybody got it wrong, except for Yahoo. Good job, Yahoo. Really made me think of you, go Glenn Coco. You go, Glenn Coco. 4 for you, Glenn Coco. One of my favorite parts of that movie. Petitioner's notice of voluntary dismissal. But this is where legalese is hard, bro, comes in. Petitioner Jonas, through the attorneys, makes and files this notice of voluntary dismissal of relief requested to parenting. Dismissal of relief requested to parenting as set forth in the petition for dissolution of marriage. The petition for dissolution of marriage has multiple points. They have decided custody. Yay! They've mediated custody. Woohoo! I was hopeful that this is what would happen. The custody has been resolved. Good for them. Yay. But the divorce is still ongoing. So Joe Jonas dismisses divorce, I believe, is deeply misleading because people are going to think, oh, they're not getting divorced anymore. That's not true. They've resolved custody. The parties attended a 4-day mediation during the week of October 2nd and have reached various agreements. They continue to pursue an amicable resolution of all issues in this matter. Good. Go to mediation. As a part of the agreement reached between the parties, petitioner files this notice of voluntary dismissal of claims related to parenting. They have come up with a custody arrangement, and they are not going to need the court to determine the custody arrangement of the children, which means we will probably also see something filed in New York. Resolving the custody means that the rest of it should probably easily resolve based on the prenuptial agreements. And they will determine the amount of, parental financial support that might go back and forth. But they have determined parenting and custody issues. The relief and claims sought regarding to parenting contained in the petition dated September 5th are voluntarily dismissed. All other claims asserted in the petition remain pending before the court. Custody has been resolved. Parenting has been resolved. This is often the part that drags on. I think that they will be able to mediate the rest of this divorce and be done without dragging it through court. I'm hopeful of that. The less that these two parents drag each other through court and through the media, the better for everyone involved, but especially the better for the kids involved. This has resolved pretty quickly within a month from filing, And I think it will impact all of the other cases filing, because you have parenting stuff filing in England. You have parenting stuff filed with The Hague. You have parenting stuff filed with New York. I think this is important, but I think it can be confusing if you just see the headlines. The court did, though, make it worse. So here's what the court had to file, and this was filed October 13th. This is why you've got to read. Legalese is hard. Agreed order vacating order of voluntary dismissal. This cause having come before the court, and the court being advised that an agreement has been reached between the counsel and parties, this court otherwise fully apprised in the premises the court finds. The order of voluntary dismissal entered by the court on October 13th was an inadvertent clerical error and was mistakenly entered. This was all done on the same day. The order of voluntary dismissal entered on October 13th is hereby vacated and shall be treated as though it was never entered. The case shall be treated as though it was never dismissed. The court accidentally entered a full dismissal, but it's very clear that the filing intended that only the parenting be resolved, which is why you have to look at all of the documents together to get a full picture. The relief and claims sought regarding to parenting contained in the petition for dissolution are hereby dismissed in conformity with the notice filed October 11th. All other claims remain pending before the court. So again, the court was like, our bad. We also dismissed the whole thing. But if you look at Joe Jonas's attorney's notice of dismissal, it's clear that their intent was always to just voluntarily dismiss the parenting concerns, the custody issues. And then when we finally look at the agreed order of abatement, we see that the parties are continuing to pursue amicable resolution, which means they're continuing to be in mediation. They've engaged in mediation and intend to engage in further mediation in the hope they can reach an agreement on all issues without further involvement of the court. In order to facilitate the continued mediation, the parties agreed to abate the proceedings. They're pausing the proceedings. Abate the proceedings before the court until January 31st, 2024. So, pause. Time out. Motion to stay, Your Honor. So they are abating the case, hoping that this divorce will be resolved at mediation before January 31st, 2024. And at that time, either party may terminate or reactivate the case. So this case is on the way to being done, but is not done yet. So legalese is hard. The headlines are wrong. The parenting part is dismissed. The divorce is still ongoing. They are mediating, and this divorce will possibly be finalized. And I think financially, they probably would both want it to be finalized by the end of the year. It's October. So could they get this finalized by December? Yeah, they probably could if they're working well together. It seemed like they also were able to resolve the custody amicably and quickly, and that normally is the sticking point. So I'm optimistic that this will resolve pretty quickly. So with that, Food Daily says the devil works hard, but Taylor Swift works harder. Taylor Swift showed up, took Sophie Turner to dinner, and was like, hey, this is what we're doing. And Joe Jonas is like, I'm out. Just, can we decide this? For deep dives into the stories that I covered here, you can find them on my YouTube channel at The Emily D. Baker and The Emily Show podcast. I stream every Tuesday and Thursday. The podcast goes live on Wednesdays. And if you want to stay in the loop with everything I'm doing, receive the fastest notifications out there, and get more Law Nerd community, join me at lawnerdapp.com, our free app for iOS and Android.